Hey guys, I want to talk with you just a little bit about the case of Susan Cox Powell. She's the woman who disappeared back in 2009. And everybody on the planet knows that her husband murdered her. But he wasn't arrested. He wasn't in custody. He wasn't on trial for her murder because they never found her body and they evidently never had enough evidence to arrest him. So there he was, a free man, and he actually was allowed visitation with their sons, Charlie and Braden. And then in 2012, when the person who supervised the visits pulled into the driveway, she opened the door and she got the kids out of their car seats. And they went running up to the house. And their dad grabbed them quick and locked the front door and wouldn't let the supervisor in. And he killed them. And then he committed suicide. Yes, the visits were supervised. However, why were his rights as a parent superseding little Charlie and Braden's right to be safe? So we're talking about a man who everyone knows did something horrible to his wife. He killed her. Remember that midnight camping trip that he supposedly took the children on in the middle of the winter? And do you remember how one of the little boys started talking about how mommy was in the back of their car? How they all went together to the camping trip, but mommy didn't come back with them? Those little boys' grandparents, their maternal grandparents, Susan Cox Powell's parents, knew that their grandbabies could possibly be in danger, and they worried so much. But they had to let them go. They didn't have a choice. They weren't allowed to go with their gut feeling and keep those little boys away from the man who murdered their daughter, their grandson's mother. I'll ask the question again. When are we going to start protecting children? And I'm not saying that their grandparents didn't protect them, because they did. They did everything possible to keep those little boys safe. But again, they were forced to allow the scumbag access to their grandchildren. I know, hindsight is 2020. Who could have known, right? And I'm not faulting any one person at all. I'm faulting the system that's in place that does not put the child's right to be safe above the parent's right to abuse them. I know that sounds harsh, but I'm telling you, when somebody wants to whine, bitch, and complain about parental rights in this country, look closely. They're probably into smacking their kids. Little Charlie and Braden deserved to have their mother. And the man who took their mother away from them did not deserve to have little Charlie and Braden in his life anymore. I don't care how long it would have taken the authorities to find their evidence to be able to arrest that bastard. And I don't care if he was simply a person of interest as opposed to being the prime suspect, even though we all know he was, right? I think when it comes to children being safe, that our system needs to err on the side of caution. Even if it means trampling on parental rights.